locked in to the Cash Flow Show with Dave and Nate, the best place to navigate how to achieve capital appreciation with commercial acquisitions. Here's your hosts, Dave Seymour and Nathan Amaral.
That's how we should start every time. Just start laughing.
Yeah, right. Just giggling and shit.
What's going on, man?
Hey, brother, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. It's Friday, but that's not the best part. The best part is honestly, this makes the week better. This makes the week
Oh, Nathan, I was thinking the same thing this morning when I woke up. I thought to myself, today is going to be a fantastic day because today I get my Nathan fix.
Oh, it's a Nathan fix?
There
you go.
Yeah, I get my Nathan Amaral fix. Give me a little cash flow show live. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
good.
I mean,
Look at you.
the show's getting some great attention, man. It really is. Like, we have a bunch of people, by the way. Hey, I got to do my thing. Hey,
Do your thing.
Hey, Jesse, thanks so much for the wishes there for the show. Everyone who's here, if this is your first time, let us know. Post new in the comment section. That way we can say hello to who's new. But if you've been watching us before or just want to say hello to Dave or myself, mostly everybody wants to say, "Hey, Dave."
Stop it. Stop it.
Especially after this show, we got some exciting news coming out, Dave.
Yeah, we do. At the end, we're gonna drop the big bomb diggity bomb 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 bomb. So it should be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely something. You know what I just realized this whole time? My microphone was like way on the other side of the room. I hope this sounds better now.
What? Do you need to go get it?
Yeah, it was like behind the monitor.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Here, look, you can borrow mine. Here.
Yeah, give me yours. I just realized that. Oh man.
Mary Beth just texted me. She's probably like, "Hey, I can't hear Nathan." That's what she does on a Friday afternoon.
Oh, is that what she does? Yeah, even
like
Derek.
She's married to me, and she sits at home and she listens to Dave and Nate on the Cash Flow Show. You know what I get?
It's the same it's the same here. It's same here, man. I mean, it's just like I got family and family and friends just all watching and tuning in, which is great. So my mic is working now, which is great. Okay. And now that it's in front of my face,
yeah, that's where you need
it. To everyone who is new, let us know if this is your first time watching us. You can post new in the comments below, or if you just want to say hello, like Thomas did. Hey, Thomas, what's up?
Hey, Tommy, what's up, brother?
And let us know in the comments section. And also, along the way, if you have any questions or comments about the interesting topics that we have, just post your questions or even comments, your opinion or your remarks but no slandering. No, this is a no bully zone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a no bully zone. Yeah, it has to be. This is 20.
I can make it a bully zone. I'll make some political commentary. We'll make it a bully zone.
This is 2020 now. We won't be politically correct, but it's a no bully zone. We can't have bullying in the comments. Yeah, it's just.
Is it like soft and gentle, and everybody wins? Is that what it is?
No, I hate that. By the way, I don't like that. You know how they do that with kids? Like every kid gets a medal. I don't like that. No, it should be.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's horrible. I think it's horrible.
Yeah. I tell my kids every day they're ugly and stupid. Keeps them sharp.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't.
Sure you do.
I threaten them with physical violence occasionally, though, but I don't mean it. They just laugh at me. They do. They laugh at me.
Oh,
I mean, yeah. Look. I don't know about you, brother. I learned to compete. If I don't have a competitive edge in me, if I don't have that gene,
so true.
Whether it was in my career as a firefighter and a medic, or whether it's my career as in the commercial real estate marketplace, I want to win, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's not medals for everybody. In life, there are losers.
That's
right?
So true. Exactly. It's real life.
People win.
Exactly.
I want to be on the winning side.
So true.
Nanny boo boo. There you go.
By the way, Dave, Paul Hayes is new, but he's a friend from Shepherd Spring. Where is that?
Oh my God.
Yeah. He's tuned in.
Shepherd Spring.
Where
is
that?
Wow.
Where is that?
Go back a few. So Shepherd Spring is the American equivalent of like first grade.
What?
Yeah, Shepherd Spring School.
What?
Like we didn't have grades like 1 through whatever it is you do over here. You guys confuse the shit out of me. We just went. we went to like preliminary schools, secondary school,
Yeah,
and then
primary.
after that, we didn't have to go to school till we were 18. England's slightly smarter than everywhere else in the world. Just
Yeah.
ask them. So we only had to go to school until we were 16. And then at 16, you could choose whether you wanted to go on for further education or not. It might have changed since then. Yeah.
Well, Paul is saying he knows you from infant school.
Infant school, that's right. Wow. Man, I got some stories from infant
I was
school.
gonna
Ask him if he remembers Karen Curl.
Karen Curl. Paul, do you remember Karen Curl? I mean,
I'm having a moment here.
I'm having a moment of this girl myself. Her name was Alyssa Gently, and she was far from gently or being gentle.
Really?
Yeah.
Did she beat you up, Nathan?
She would. She was abusive. But you know why? It was because she liked me so much. And
that's why I used to smack you around when we were working together on the road. It's a term of endearment. It means I love you, brother.
Yeah, exactly. She was actually my first kiss, though. She kissed me right here.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a memorable moment.
Really? I remember the first girl tried to kiss me. Her name was Debbie Tebow, and she tried to kiss me underneath the underpass. And she was a little more advanced than I was.
She took you onto the underpass.
Yeah, I mean, I got scared, dude.
Really?
That way. Yeah, well, she tried to do the French thing.
Oh,
and
okay.
I was like, "What the hell is that?"
Well, that's like no, that's like you were. How old were you? That was like that was when you were older. I was talking about when I was 7. I mean, you must have been.
I was 21, 22.
No.
No, I think it was 10. She was 18.
Wow,
no,
she was.
She was my age. She was like 10. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you were getting tongue at 10?
I beg your pardon. No, I wasn't. She was. I ran away. Dude.
Oh, she tried.
Yeah.
Oh, you ran.
Tried.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she had an older sister, if I remember rightly. She probably learned that stuff. I can't even begin to think about that with my kids. It's like, oh my God.
I know, right?
I pulled a Forrest Gump. You know what a Forrest Gump is?
No, I have
right?
no idea what a Forrest Gump is.
Run, Forrest.
Oh.
Run.
Oh, okay.
That's what I did.
So
I pulled a Forrest Gump.
Oh, you pulled a run. You pulled a Forrest Gump run.
Oh yeah, I'm scared. I got scared.
Really?
I was scarred for life.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Oh man,
it wasn't good.
That was very different from my experience. Not that one. The girl who kissed me on the cheek. That was a playground. I was 7 years old. That's different. I was my first real kiss was
I was in therapy after that.
Well, Paul says, don't forget about Miss Windsor.
Miss Windsor.
Miss Windsor.
Miss Windsor.
Yeah, Windsor.
That's funny. And Mr. Weatherly was our headmaster. Mr. Weatherly. He used to smoke a pipe.
Oh my goodness.
All day long, he'd smoke a pipe. You could smell him all over the school. All right. Are we going to talk about real estate?
Yeah, we are.
About infant school?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
We're going to talk about real estate.
Hey, Paul Hayes.
Yeah.
Nice to connect, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, Paul. Good to have you here. So, yeah, we're going to talk about the...
Hold on a minute. One question.
Oh.
Paul, do you have any money?
This is he has to ask. This is the cash flow show. So Dave is randomly going to ask, comment. No, come on. That would just be like putting him on the spot. Like, hey, you comment. We're going to ask you for money. No. But no, we actually have, even though we're having such a great time, we actually have a really, I don't know the word depressing. It's a depressing topic. It's a scary moment. It's a real reality. Something, it's a, open your eyelids because, we got a lot of stuff happening, man. We got a lot of stuff happening.
So look, man, we threw a little bit of a clickbait headline out there, right?
Yeah.
Retail is dead.
Retail is dead.
And the reason that I wanted to jump on this topic a little bit is obviously as an investor, I was trained to pay attention as you were, Nathan, right? Pay attention.
Yeah.
Really, really pay attention to what's going on. Just don't,
Don't just be
follow
there.
the herd mentality.
So true.
So here's the analogy, right? Last week, this was worth $20. But this week, you can buy it for $10. Is that a good deal? I don't know. Is it? See, most people would say, yeah, that's a good deal. If it was worth $20 last week and I can buy it for $10 this week, it's got to be a good deal. Well, the intelligent investor asks the next question, well, what's it going to be worth next week? And that's where the challenge is right now.
Yeah.
I had a call with an investor this week, and you know, excuse you. You all right? Drink?
I'm okay.
Talking over here. What are you doing?
No, I was just coughing. I don't want to cough out loud, I don't want to spread corona all over the microphone,
Yeah, Corona your own microphone. So I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so I was having a call with this guy this week, and he was it was a high level investment call. It's okay to have some fun, but when you start moving tens of millions of dollars around, it's a serious conversation. But the question was, and he said, why would I want to invest in a multifamily private equity fund like yours when I was talking to another guy, or he was on he was doing his research, and the guy said that, I can buy commercial assets right now at 75 cents on the dollar in comparison to what they were, pre-COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And, I want to smack people sometimes because I think look, I don't say that I've got all the answers, Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
That would be ignorant to say that.
Yeah.
But what I do is I do breathe before I make a decision, right? I look at the landscape. I look at the players in the marketplace. I obviously do my own due diligence before I align myself with anybody or with any investment strategy. And rather than me just, spouting what I thought I knew, I did some of my own research as to why I personally believe, the commercial marketplace is up for probably the biggest beating it's ever seen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and if we're redundant, we're redundant, but the story hasn't changed yet. Whoever thought for 1 minute that we would never, pre-COVID, not experience the softer side of Sears, right?
Right. Yeah.
Sears and Roebuck, gone.
True.
Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, killed Jeffrey the giraffe from Toys R Us.
Thank God.
I mean, he just blew that giraffe's head off.
Thank God. Yeah.
What do you mean, thank God?
Well, hold on. I have a different perspective about all of this, but go ahead. I got a different perspective about this.
So e-commerce, the ability for, us as the ultimate consumers that we've been trained to be, we press a button, I want a result in 24, 48 hours.
Yeah.
The flights that are still profitable in our world today are FedEx flights, UPS flights.
Very true.
Right? Does Amazon have their own airline yet? They probably do.
They
right?
do. It's called Prime Air, but it's not for passengers. It's for their packages. They lease planes.
Chicago. So we've learned with the invention of the internet, which I haven't broke yet. I'm very pleased to say I've tried, but I haven't broke. But seriously, retail screwed, blued, and tattooed, baby.
Yeah, that's very true.
Now, so watch. It was worth 20 last week. It's worth 10 this week. What's it worth next week?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the statistics show that, retail is going to be at least a 24 to 36 month rebound. And a lot of people smarter than me are projecting that rebound still won't bring it back to its prior levels, because as human beings, we create habits that work for us. If we habitually don't have to get in the car and go to the mall, and we can still feel sufficed, we feel okay with that, then that's what we're going to do. Habitually, that's what we'll do. So, technology, the virus. Here's a story for you. You want to talk about giants falling?
Yeah.
I'll tell you a little story. There used to be a company, and it was called Blockbuster Video.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Right? Blockbuster Video.
Horrible.
Sat on every corner of every city of every town.
Oh man.
And was never, ever gonna die.
I gotta wait. Stop for a moment. I just want everybody who's watching, if you remember Blockbuster Video, post yes in the comments. If you don't know what Blockbuster Video is, you could say no, but if you do, let us know.
We will immediately know how old you are. Yes or no. But it wasn't, Night Dog, brother, it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago that
yeah, it
Blockbuster
was
Video was the most domineering,
that's right.
right?
That's right.
And then they were approached by this little company called Netflix, who was the new Chihuahua
That's
on
right.
the block, right?
That's right.
Big dog nipping at their heels.
Mm-hmm.
And Netflix said, hey, why don't we parlay? You're the big dog, we're the little dog, let's get together and make puppies. And they said, no. We don't want anything to do with you. Get out of here on your bike. Don't you know that we're Blockbuster Video?
Right.
Well, we all know how that story ended. So watch. The mall has always been there, David. The mall has always been there. Kids will go to the mall on the weekends and hang out and buy trinkets and go to the food court with their friends, man. That's what's always happened. It's what's going to always happen. And I think we can agree now as intelligent investors that the answer to that is no. It's absolutely no. So, look, it's not just my opinion. Nathan, can you pull up a couple of those reports? Do you have those?
Yeah, I do.
Able to screen share?
Yeah, I do.
So I do my own research. I look for good data, and I start looking at the amount of companies that have needed to restructure debt and or file bankruptcy since the beginning of COVID. And if Nathan can pull that up,
yep.
Just for informational purposes, that's all. Like I can share an opinion, but yeah, that's good. Don't just tell me, show me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you pull it up, or
yeah? I have the NBC one that's up right now.
Okay, is it up?
Yep.
I can't see it. So scroll through there and just start reading off some of the companies that recognize.
Yeah, sure. So we got Neiman Marcus, which has closed, temporary closed signs, and then we see here department stores, bankruptcy, Dean and DeLuca.
Dean DeLuca.
Yep. Apex Parks, Food First, Bravo and Brio Parent Company, True Religion Apparel, CMX Cinemas, Ruby's Costume Company, J. Crew, Gold's Gym.
Who? Hold on a minute. Who?
Ruby's Costume Company.
J. Who?
J. Crew.
Oh, J. Crew. Now that's the store that was never going to go out of business because that's where all the kids go when they go to the mall on the weekend.
Right. So true.
Look, for the guys and girls watching this, do your own research and find this list. But on that list is also Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Yep.
On that list is J.C. Penney.
Yep.
On that list is et cetera, and the list goes on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
And because some of these companies carried less debt than others, there's still some companies that are going to limp through.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm an investor, I don't want to invest in an asset where my tenant, retail, is limping through.
True.
Right? I want robust. So where is robust retail? Robust retail is all online.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the point. That's the point that I make. Do you have the Victoria's Secrets one on there?
I do. Yes. Victoria's Secret will close about 250 stores in the U.S. and Canada this year. Stock soars in the midst of that. We are temporarily closed.
So isn't that amazing how its footprint reduces, but its value increases? Because what they did is they said, I don't want to be in, 500 malls. I'm only going to be in 30 malls or whatever it is that their numbers are.
Right.
And the investors that are looking at these assets, and they say to themselves, well, I got J.C. Penney on one end, I got Victoria's Secrets in there, I've got Ruby Reds, I've got, J. Crew, I got this, I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we're going to be all good. Well, maybe you ain't.
Yeah.
Maybe you are. I don't know. But, the debate needs to be had now. Now, let me wrap it out with this, and I don't want to take up all the oxygen because you know that I can do that. I kind of look at it this way. Are we still going to have generations that want to visit a brick and mortar facility, be tactile, right, and touch the goods? I think it's still there. I think we'll still have that sector, if you will, or that portion of our society that wants to do that. However, I think it's going to be a lot smaller than it was before. And therefore, retail, I don't think is necessarily dead, as in flatline, it ain't coming back. but I absolutely believe that it's going to go through a tremendous, tremendous restructuring. It's going to go through a tremendous amount of pain. And what comes out of it the other end will be boutique-y in the sense of we'll have just these smaller sticks and bricks type assets that people can visit if they choose to. I almost think we might end up going back to like Main Street,
Right.
with the smaller stores where, these big boxes. Look, will Target and Walmart survive? Yes. You know what? But Target and Walmart, their business model isn't to be the anchor of a mall. Their business model is to own their own area, footprint. So I think retail, we're looking at, like I said, 24, 36 months. At that moment in time, the stuff that the investor is buying now at 75 cents on the dollar, they're going to foreclose, and I'm going to buy it at 25 cents on the dollar. I'm going to convert it to downstairs shopping. Upstairs, I'll have residential, and I'll start converting some of these assets over to self-storage. So that's what I see happening. And again, I don't know, right? Everybody can be proven right or wrong.
Yeah. Well, this goes also back. Remember, I think in the last week's show where I said I was at that conference with Jeff Bezos, and he was like, everybody's going to the big box stores, and our mission is to save people time. I can definitely agree with you about the boutique. I think it's coming back. And that's because the majority of products that are in the big box stores can easily be purchased online, like no problem. But then you have boutique, and boutique makes it like, it brings it back to the small business owner. It brings it back to the creator. It brings it back to maybe the designer, the local designer who's making things by hand, the artist, the artisan. Right.
The artisans.
Yeah. So it brings it back to that. So the small or the downtown areas, like it maybe in the more smaller cities, are going to come back. Those are going to come back. And I think that's about it. I don't think we're going to see the big box anymore. The generations are generational change into the millennial generation and beyond. Those items can easily be purchased and delivered. Easily. There's no need to go walk into those stores to pick up the same grocery list all the time. And that's what Amazon set out to do. That's what they're doing, and it's going to be done. There's no point now, even with Amazon, and I love this feature, you can actually get an Amazon, I think they call it Key, where you can have them deliver the groceries in your car, at your job. You can have them access your garage, your house, and they'll drop off the stuff for you.
You know what I do? Though? I end up ordering ice cream in 90 degrees and tell them to deliver it to my car. Like I don't pay attention to that. Look, man, I get it. I get it. Here's part of my rebuttal, if you will, is the small business is going to take the biggest beating. We already know that. So the PPP money is pretty much spent. Today is the last day for the $600 of unemployment. Right. Yeah. The government's trying to, figure out their ass from their elbow as they try and. Did you just as a son? They tried to sneak in. I don't know if it's sneak it in. I'm not gonna lay on either side of the equation, but. The current packet from the Republican side of the aisle included a brand new FBI headquarters line item to be built right opposite a certain tower in Manhattan, so that the guy who owns that tower can look out of his window and see the new FBI office. So it's like. Politicians are donkeys. Yeah. They really are. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's such a self-serving environment in which they live. God bless them all. But that small business, to your point, it's gonna be brutalized. It's gonna be beaten. Yeah. It's gonna be beaten within an inch of its life. However, your comment that it's gonna come back, I agree. But it's gonna come back with. Robert's generation, my 25-year-old. Yeah. It's going to come back with your kiddies' generation as they grow. Right. Jefferson, my 10-year-old, Bennett, my 8-year-old, more than likely will not go to work at a job and punch a time clock. You understand what I'm saying? Like old school. Right. Commerce is going to be so different for those little guys in comparison to what we're doing. So true. So look, let's take it to the investing point, right? So I'm an investor, I'm accredited, and, I've got 200,000, right? I was talking to a doctor this week. He's got 60,000 sitting, 60 million sitting in a bank account because he just sold a product that he created in the medical field.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, where does an investor go? And this guy said to me, he said, the investment decisions I make now are for my children.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've done my work. He said, I don't have to work. I've done my work. It's for my children.
Right.
So it's preservation. And if you're taking notes at home, boys and girls, you might want to write this one down.
Yeah.
It's preservation of capital.
Exactly.
Number one.
Exactly.
Number two, hedge the downside.
That's right.
Get away from retail, get away from office space, get away from industrial, hedge the downside.
Right.
Accelerate the upside.
That's right.
Accelerate the upside, which is why we're here, multifamily investing and cash flow. I was talking to a broker dealer this morning, and I said to him, look, man, I said, it's real simple. Just let your clients know that our business model anticipates cash flow on the day I close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to do a repositioning of these assets that we invest in, these multifamilies. Yeah, I'm going to get out the cellar dwellers and the night crawlers and get the bad tenants off the books. We're going to make it beautiful. We're going to create a new environment in the complex, and then we're going to bring in the new tenants. But the goal is the cash flow during the next 5 years. If you're not focusing on cash flow in the next 5 years, I just know it. Like, I know it's going to be a very painful process.
Mm-hmm.
So investors are looking for cash flow, and we service that need. It's as simple as that.
That's very true. Yeah, and that's super important, especially in these times, right? We have a lot of volatility in the stock market, right? A lot of people don't want to invest there. It's just like going into a casino. And then what else is there? We're talking about the demise. I'm going to use that word, demise of retail. It's gone. It's gone. And I'll stand on the rooftop saying it, because I can't believe, and this is just me, this is my frustration. I can't believe people still, it frustrates me sometimes when I have to go into a grocery store to buy the same stuff every week. I see a few friends of mine know that. And it's just frustrating. We're at a point where, especially with COVID, I think COVID has really helped move that along, but open people's minds to say, you know what, the safest asset, everybody needs a place to sleep every night. Everybody needs a kitchen table. Everybody needs a kitchen, right? I don't think we're at that point where we're saying, hey, we don't need a living room, right? I don't think we're ever going to get to that point. We don't need a kitchen, right? So that's where we're at. And I think that's what makes apartments, residential housing, and I don't mean single family, for cash flow, it's apartment investing, multi-unit investing.
Let me throw something out there, and if we get some feedback, that'd be great. And if we don't, that's okay too. Just listen. But I wonder, what does an investor look for a safe or consistent cash-on-cash return on capital? I always wonder what that number is. Is it, I know some investors who are happy with a 3 or 4% return on their capital because they have, 10, 15, $20 million working at that kind of a turnover. Mm-hmm. Then I've got some investors who say to me, I don't want anything but a 25% return on my money. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, that's called the mafia. Yeah. So I always wonder, what is an acceptable rate of return for a passive investor? Mm-hmm. And what is the rate of return you look for if you are an active investor, i.e. doing the work yourself? I'd be interested to hear your take on that, Nate, and also anybody else who throws in what their thoughts are.
Yeah, that's a great question. And I would say for an active investor, at the end of the day, you're going to make more of a percentage, right? You're actively involved in finding the property, negotiating it, building the team. If you have to fly out to the asset or if you have to do it locally, that takes sometimes a big learning curve of learning the process. And let me tell you, that is not easy. We come from that industry, but that industry has a lot of deception. And we are honest guys and always try to help the people out and understand like what it really takes to get into the business. It's a lot of work. And that's not cut out for everybody. Not everybody wants to put all that time and effort and learn that learning curve to actually do it. So if you are that person, it's going to take a lot of time and energy. Therefore, your percentages are higher. Passive investors, their rates are lower. Why? Because they're basically delegating. You got to pay for the service, right? It's like you're delegating that. So you're going to pay for someone else to find the property. And you have to trust that they know what they're doing. They have to have that experience. And that's the difference. That's that would be my take on it, is that you pay for the delegation part and you can enjoy, whatever you enjoy doing, right? And you can know that your money is secure in that asset. And you don't have to open up an app and wondering if it's going green or red every day.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think about this. This is the stuff that keeps me up at night. Like, I have these discussions and a guy's like, yeah, it's volatile, but, my quarterly reports show me that I'm getting a 7% or a 6.5% or even a 9% return.
Mm-hmm.
And I always think to myself, well, like I said at the very beginning, I'm a competitor, right? I'm a competitor.
Yeah.
Like, I know the value and the power of what I do and how I do it with the team that I do it with. And, that gives me some, gives me a little swagger,
yeah,
right? a little skip in my step. And I don't ever want to be in a position, I think, to make somebody else wrong to make me right. And I think part of the discussions I've been having, and it's been crazy, we're just so busy, interviewing investors, bringing them in and putting them into the process, that, I also have a learning curve along there, because I get some people that just hold on. We call it white knuckles. You squeeze onto the same thing so hard, your knuckles go white.
That's so
right?
true.
And they're like, no, I can't let go of the stock market. It's what I've always done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're white knuckle investing.
Right.
And I think to myself, how can you help them? Because, hey, I was talking to a self-directed friend of mine today, Horizon Trust. His name is Greg Helene. He's the CEO and founder of Horizon Trust. And he was saying, some people are led to believe that real estate investing is all or nothing.
True.
But he said that's not the case.
Not at all.
He says he very frequently will bring in 401k capital or self-directed IRA capital, and the investor will only bring a portion of it in. He said, but what he found incredibly interesting is when they started working the capital in a real estate investment environment, they saw they were not getting chewed up by the compounding costs that happen inside the stock market.
Yeah, so true.
They put maybe 150,000 in each, and then watch them go to work.
Yeah.
He said then they move the money back over again.
Right.
But it's interesting to me. It's like, how can you let somebody else have all of your experiences so that they understand the information that you're giving them? And I get those moments of clarity, usually at 3:00 in the morning when I can't sleep. And the moment of clarity is, look, it's not for everybody.
That's true.
It isn't.
That's true.
Some people will just live in the same old, right?
Yeah.
You know those people, like, how you doing? They go, same old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another day, another
day.
dollar.
Yep. It's
like they can't get out of their own way to experience something different. So, I wonder what gets you excited, right? What rate of return gets somebody excited? Because I think that's important to look at. And if somebody is genuinely excited by 4%, then my Lord, what a shame, right? What a shame.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you set your sights and your expectations so low. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's safe. Is it? I've seen businesses go out of business as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
And most of that capital is leveraged against those businesses. So I don't know, man. It's pretty interesting. But having the right team in place is absolutely critical.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's very true. And speaking of team, by the way, this goes into a comment that's come in from Scott, where he said some of us don't have cash flow or cash. And I have a pretty direct statement about that. I'd love to hear from you. But my statement is this. I just forgot. No, I'm kidding. Keep everybody waiting. My statement is this. You don't lack money. You lack strategy. And the world just pumped in. Okay, I don't know every country's number. But the United States just recently pumped in $2 trillion. And then they're about to agree on, I don't know, 1.2, whatever the amount is. That means there's more money in the marketplace now than there was in 2019. And that's just the United States, not including all the other countries. So there is more capital in the marketplace. It's just about how to go out and get it.
What's your
Look,
take on
I like what he said because I identify with him.
that?
I resonate with that. I resonate with no cash flow and no cash.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I really do understand that. You know my own story. I started with $70,000 in unsecured debt.
Yep.
My house was in pre-foreclosure, and I was working 120 hours a week, and that was in 2007. And after that, what I did was I started to look at what I did to bring value to other people. It sounds so flippant, but it's a reality. You know, we talk about cash flow, we talk about money and rates of returns, but the truth of the matter is all of that is supported through being of service.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of always thinking about the money, guy said to me one time, think about what you can do for somebody else.
Yeah.
And if you serve, right, it's almost a spiritual message. If you serve others first, then you will get served.
Mm-hmm.
It's just factual the way that works. And look, when times are tough, it ain't easy to hear that. For me personally, it's a leap of faith. I get on my knees and I pray that my fear is replaced with faith.
Yeah.
And if I turn that over and then don't ignore stepping into action, whatever that may be, I've found in my life it hasn't let me down.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not easy. Anybody tells you it's easy, get away from them. Anybody tells you it's quick, run away from them.
So true.
Anybody tells you you're gonna, flip a house in 20 days and make $1 million, they're an idiot.
So true.
Just use some common sense, some intelligence, and understand that what you think about, you bring about, and who you affiliate yourself with. A guy said to me one time, he said, show me who somebody gets their financial advice from, and I'll show you what their financial future looks like.
Very true.
Here's the last thing I'll give to this guy. You don't have to know everything to do something.
So true. That's it.
That's it.
It's so true, because who you surround yourself with, right, matters more than what you know. Because there are going to be people, and this is where you have to sometimes step out of your comfort zone. This is so true to what you were just saying earlier. There are people who've done really well as a doctor, as a chiropractor. Guess what? They're a heart surgeon. They're a chiropractor. They're a dentist, whatever position they're in, right? A yoga instructor. Those are popular these days.
I like yoga.
But they're really good at what they're good at. But they might not know how to invest in real estate, but yet they want their money to work for them. But they don't know how. They just want to keep doing their yoga.
Serve.
Right?
Serve.
They just want to keep doing their thing, their heart surgeon, their yoga, their downward dog, whatever it may be. They just want to do that, and that's great. But then you have to get around people, your advisors. Like you said, I love that word. You have to get advisors and counsel from people who are in that direction already, and that helps out. It helps you move forward.
People ask me all the time, what should I do first? Right? We've gone from $100 million private equity fund, and this conversation's now talking about what do I do first?
Yeah.
I got no money.
Yeah.
And I love that about real estate, because everybody can be serviced.
True.
And I say this every time, man. Here's what you do first. Sit down tonight in the quiet when nobody else is around and write a list. Maybe 5, maybe 10. I don't care. Things that you like about you. Things that you believe you are good at. You can narrow it all the way down to, I got a nice smile. Because it's very easy to find out all the negative things about ourselves.
So
I'm too fat.
Yeah.
I got a funny laugh. I'm losing my hair.
Yeah.
I got these red spots. I got crow's eyes. I got a Buddha belly. Right? It's real easy to write that in list.
Yeah.
Right? We're great at that.
Right.
We're not so good at commending ourselves. Right? And I still do that today. I got up today and I had multiple phone calls. This is my list tonight. I had multiple phone calls that were of service for other people. The fund is growing. The assets are coming in. We're going to help, right? I kind of like, what are you good at? Write your list down, man. Yeah. And then figure out how you can bring that skill, that service, that uniqueness that you have to the marketplace,
so
whether it's e-commerce, handing out to poor guns who are living under the bridge, whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Right?
And that action, that activity spreads and your network grows. Your network will grow. People pay attention. Like, for example, people are paying attention to you. So says my email. I got an email from Google today about you. I don't know if I told you this, but
did you really?
I did.
Email from Google about me?
About you. I think I told you this recently that, I put a hit on your name. Now you can actually do Google alerts on things, whether it's real estate or whatever the topic is. So I have one for you. And surprise. Well, surprise.
Did you learn something new?
I did. I woke up this morning. There I am. Just all of a sudden, bing, and I was like, oh, what's that? Email.
Did it show up on Yahoo Business? Is that where?
It actually didn't. I have the other one here, but it actually showed on. Was it PR News? No, the national radio. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, when you make enough noise in the marketplace, people notice.
Yeah, exactly.
People notice. Do you want to do a drum roll and throw it up there?
If I had a drum roll, I could do an applause. Hold on.
If you want to do an applause, do an applause. Well, you got to show it first and then do the applause. Otherwise, it's goofy. You don't applaud first, right?
Oh.
I'll do a drum roll. Ready?
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, really? I was going to keep you going there for a while.
I drum roll on the desk, but if I did that,
I was gonna keep you going for a while there,
No, you can't. No, you can't. Throw it up there, man.
All right, it's up there. So we have here original shark on Shark Tank. Kevin Harrington joins Dave Seymour from Flipping Boston to launch Freedom Venture Investments. Do you want me to read this line by line? That's an amazing thing.
You do whatever you want.
I'm going to read a little line by line. You're going to have to wait a little while, okay?
Just sitting in the sunshine. Can you see it on the screen?
Yeah, it's here.
That's good.
We got Freedom Venture Investments from Massachusetts. It's a private equity firm that focuses on commercial real estate. Freedom Venture Investments is pleased to announce a partnership with Kevin Harrington, original shark on the Shark Tank. With his Shark Tank savvy business acumen, Kevin Harrington has partnered with Freedom Venture Investments to propel their real estate strategy and scale operations. And it talks a bunch about Mr. Seymour and how he's been on the hit show Flipping Boston. wait, reduce your head. You have a little pin. Let's pop. No, I'm just kidding. I
never believed on my own press.
So basically, a little bit further down, in April, they added a longtime commercial real estate investor, entrepreneur, and capital raise specialist, Walter Novicki, together. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed Eric. Sorry. I should just background. Freedom Venture Investments.
Don't worry about it.
Doesn't worry about it. People can read. I can't read, but
Just share the link.
Yeah,
look, to sum it up, we are excited. Kevin got wind of what we were doing in his own backyard. Kevin's from Tampa, Florida. And I had known Kevin, I don't know, maybe 8 years. I'm not saying we were hanging out best buds 24/7, but when he saw that I was connected with it and it was in my own backyard, we connected. And Kevin came on as part of our advisory board. So being part of our advisory board, we get his expertise in business. And it's funny, man. I love Kevin. I really do. He's such an intense guy.
Yeah.
And I just said to him, I said, why isn't real estate like part of your wheelhouse? And he said, look, man, I've done some real estate in my career. He said, but I was waiting for the very, very best opportunity. Mm-hmm. He said, and I never thought for a minute I'd find it with another TV guy.
Yeah.
Meaning me.
Yeah.
He said, and I didn't think that it would be in my own backyard. Yeah. So, for Kevin to partner up and, join the journey, if you will, of raising that capital and then putting that capital to work in the multifamily assets in the Gulf Coast, which is his wheelhouse, his backyard, is really exciting. I'm actually going down to Tampa next week.
Nice.
Going to hang out a little bit, shoot some marketing stuff. So. Nice. Yeah, it's an exciting time for us. We're gonna put our stamp on this industry, man.
That's awesome.
We really are.
That's great, and that's such a great partnership. It really is. I mean, Kevin has actually always been my favorite shark. I mean, I hope Mr. O'Leary doesn't hear this, but he's always been my favorite shark until he left. But and then Kevin took his place. But Kevin's just he's a sharp guy. He's really smart and he's very calculated. And I've always admired what he's done in the industry for the TV industry. It's been great.
Yeah. So we're excited to bring him on. We're already getting a lot of traction and attention because of it. So it's good.
Did I ever tell you the time I had to pitch in front of him?
Really? No.
Yeah. It was a small thing. It wasn't no Shark Tank. I just want to make that clear. No, I was at the Chicago Food Show that they have every year, and I was there for a particular product, and I didn't know Kevin was going to show up. All of a sudden, there's like, camera crews, people following Kevin. So I was there demoing this product that I was partnered in. And we're going back and forth, and I'm demonstrating it to people. All of a sudden, I see Kevin show up, and I start shaking and sweating. I was like, oh, I was like, you're my favorite shark,
Shark.
But yeah,
funny, the kids are watching all the reruns right now.
I know, right?
Jeff,
but
Jeff is in bed and keep on pitching me on ideas.
Yeah,
it's funny.
It's a good show. Funny. It really is. It's a great show. It's very helpful to a lot of people. It definitely brings out the entrepreneurial spirit in people for sure.
So look, next week.
Yeah, next week. Yeah.
I got a little vacation going.
You're going to Tampa? Are you going to Tampa next week?
No, I'm going to Nantucket. Next week I'm going to Nantucket for vacay.
Nantucket? Can you say it with the British accent?
Nantucket, mate. I'm going to go down to Nantucket.
Nantucket.
Going to get me a little ride on a ferry. Find me some fish and chips.
There you
do a little
go.
bit of fishing.
That's
the idea.
All right.
So, Cash Flow Show is going to be punched over to, what did we say, Saturday next week?
I think we said Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday.
We said Saturday. So we just need to throw that out there.
Yeah, so Saturday next week.
Yeah, a little change in the routine.
Yeah, but we'll still be the same. You'll probably be a little burnt, though. You'll probably get a nice little tan.
Oh, yeah. See, in England, what we do is we take a handkerchief, like a little white handkerchief.
Uh-huh.
What you do is you tie a knot in the corners of the handkerchief, and you wear that on your head to keep the sun off. Now, we only do it twice a year.
I wish I had a picture of this.
The sun only shines twice in the summer in England.
What?
And what happens is all the English people run out to the beach, take off their clothes, put their handkerchief on their head, get sunburned the color of your shirt, and then that's it. That's our summer holidays. That's what we do.
What? Is there a name for this?
Sunbathing.
No, is there like a name? Like, this sounds like an event. This is just like an everyday thing.
No, only 2 days a year. Are you listening?
I heard you. Yeah, but I heard that.
The sun only shines. Don't interrupt me, Nathan.
Wait, you said 2 days. 2 days out of the year. So I'm thinking this is like an event, a festival or something.
No. What, like running with the bulls?
Yeah, like something like that.
No. The sun only shines 2 days every year in England.
Oh my.
So we just, whatever day the sun shines, that's when you run out, take all your clothes off, get sunburned, and go back in.
What?
And then most people just go to the rub-a-dub-dub and get drunk as a skunk. So that's what they do.
They do all that around London Bridge.
And it keeps on falling down.
Oh goodness! Oh man! Well, this has been
silly.
Great. Congratulations again with Karen Harrington. That's awesome. It's great stuff. And then everybody, next week it'll be on Saturday, same time, but on Saturday. So we'll see you then. Thanks so much for playing along. Thanks so much for being here, to giving your comments and your feedback. And Dave, we'll see you next week.
See you, brother. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
See you.